Hello and welcome to Beach View, our podcast about different things and or stuff.
Hello, welcome. Today we are going through a list of random YouTube videos.
Yes, I've compiled yet another list, as I keep doing, and we're gonna watch them and talk about them.
Yeah. So it's about 30 random, goofy YouTube videos. So it was very entertaining.
Yeah, it's a lot of music on this one, a lot of video games on this one, and a lot of old, for YouTube at least, stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like I say that, but that's like less than 20 years old. But
Yeah. We're still some of them I was like, this is 17 years old. It's crazy.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll just jump into it.
Yeah, get right into it. So, the first one, and I'm just gonna, I have the titles that you have for it. It may not necessarily be the titles of the video.
Yes.
So, number 1, Dawn of the First Day. So, what does this mean? It's just a black background. And it says Dawn of the First Day, and it says 72 hours remain.
Yeah, and it plays a little sound with it. So this is from the 2000 video game, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which is about a time loop where you're trying to prevent the moon from falling down. You have 3 days to do that, and at the start of each day it says dawn of the blank day and how much time you have left. I thought that was fitting for the start.
Yeah. I figured it was from some kind of video game. I just didn't know what it was. I was like, 72 hours? What is this about? So that makes more sense.
Yeah, I felt it was very portentous.
Was it?
That's how it comes across in the game, at least.
Oh, okay. Very interesting.
Well, the moon's gonna fall and destroy the world, so...
Well, now I know. Now I know why it's so important that we know that 72 hours remain.
Yeah. It's literally only 72 hours.
It's very scary.
Yep.
Well, that makes more sense now. Okay.
Yep.
The next one, Burning Men's Soul. So this is a musical one. It's an interesting rap over sounds
Check
like
it
a
out.
jazz.
I'm in the house like carpet.
Yeah, which I've heard you say multiple times. And it's a jazz horn section, but it kind of sounds like somebody's playing a recorder. I don't know. It's got that kind of sound. And then they're just a random rap over it. It's very interesting.
Yeah, so this is apparently from the 2008 anime Persona Trinity Soul, which is based on the 2006 video game Persona 3.
Oh.
And it's been memed about for years for being kind of bad, I guess. I don't actually think it's that bad. It's just a little bit idiosyncratic.
Well, the rap doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's I guess that's why people say it's bad.
Yeah.
He's check it out, I'm in the house like carpet.
I think that's a good line, actually.
That's funny, but then it just digresses. It's just a whole random rap. Okay. It's pretty bad. But funny.
I don't know. I like it, actually.
The
music's very good, at the very least,
Yeah.
That jazzy thing.
I think it's just obviously meant to be goofy. So, well, I like it.
Yep. Well, next.
Badger. This is another kind of musical one.
Yes.
Not really. But,
okay, it's
so
music. I mean...
Well, it's not good.
No.
So it's these badgers. I think it's 3 badgers. Animated.
It's
and
a bunch
they're
of
just
badgers.
dancing. Oh, okay. I'm forget.
Yeah, it's a song that a badger repeated, and then it's mushroom.
Yeah, and then it says mushroom. It shows a picture of mushroom. And then at one point, I like when the snake makes an appearance. And I don't know, it's so random.
Yeah, so this is, I've been meaning to put this on here for a while just because it's very representative of the internet at the time. This is from 2008. It might have even been older than that, but it's the YouTube upload date. It's just this really silly song and animation that's just really repetitive.
I love how these types of things just like live on the interwebs forever.
Yeah. Although in retrospect, this is actually like really bad. It's terrible.
It's terrible, but it's funny too because it's so bad. Like that's what makes it funny, you know?
I don't know if that was the intention at the time, but
You don't think? It's like so random.
Yeah, I guess the
it's a song
singing's
about
like
badgers
deliberately
and
bad.
mushrooms. Yeah. It's gotta be.
But no, I think people like didn't find this funny because it was like a so bad it's good. I think they genuinely found it funny.
No, it's so bad. It's really funny though. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people had a genuine enjoyment for this.
Internet humor. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Interesting.
just what I think.
Okay, well, I mean, look, I was older at the time, so I mean, not that old, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I would like if I would have seen this, I'd have been like, how random. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. And speaking of random, the next one, Helvetica Standard. So that's like a font name.
Yes.
And this is like an anime where the toast, like she's like I guess it's like the girl's like toasting bread and it like flings up into the ceiling and it like kills a mouse.
Yep.
So what is this?
So this is a scene from the 2011 anime Nichiju, or My Ordinary Life in English. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the Japanese right. But, yeah, it's like a sketch comedy show. Or, well, not sketch comedy. There's like different little vignettes. And one of them is Helvetica Standard, where it says that in this weird, like, I think that's a vocoder? I'm not sure.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
It's a type of vocal thing.
Oh.
But yeah, it's this weird effect on the vocals. And then something like kind of chaotic happens. I just like, for whatever reason, have stuck in my head the way it says Helvetica Standard.
Oh. It is funny. Very random. I don't like how it kills the little mouse though.
I thought that was funny, but
no, it's so terrible.
I actually stopped watching this show because I didn't like it. So
really?
Yep, I have never finished it. It's apparently really good. I couldn't get into it. I didn't think it was that funny.
Well, it's a very interesting little skit here.
Yep.
So, all right, next.
Yep.
So, semaphore, is that how you say it?
I guess.
Okay. I literally don't know what this is. Do you want to describe it?
So it's a little, like, traffic signaling thing, right? I think this is like a train signal, and it starts to move and then it breaks.
Yeah, I was, like, looking at the comments, like, trying to see, like, okay, what is this? And, I didn't read through all of them, but it was, like, people are like, this is so funny. And I'm like, well, I don't get it.
I think it's the sound it makes. It
okay.
Like sounds like it was deliberately produced, like it's from like a Looney Tunes cartoon or something, you know?
Oh, I got you. I was like, I'm just not understanding this. Yeah. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Next. He slayed.
Yep.
So this is funny. This is like a Michael Myers like chase scene kind of thing. And, you know, like the guy with the mask is like going after this girl like in a parking garage. And it's just really funny because it's like obviously like goofy. Like she like falls and she's like, I'll just kick him with my stripper boots. And like, you know, she's got these like big platform boots on. And then like, so she goes to like kick and like he's kicking her foot at the same time. And he has like platform boots on. And so
yeah,
it's really funny. And then she's like, oh my God, like you slayed. Like,
yeah.
And it's just like really, it's a funny little thing. And then she's like running and then turns around and like, you know, screaming the whole time. But it's just like the timing is like comical and like how he's like pursuing her and then she stops and turns around and he stops, you know. So anyway, they end up like she gets in her car and it's like this really like goofy, like she's trying to put the top up and it's like
she's
such a weird little top.
The sunroof, like
Yeah, it's like, and it's the weirdest sunroof closure. I'm like, what is this? It's like convertible, like
Yeah.
closing. And so she's like waiting, and it's just like the timing is comical. And she's like, oh my God, close, close, close. Like, and meanwhile, he's like still pursuing her. And you know how like Michael Myers does, like it's like a slow walk kind of thing. Like he doesn't run and
Well,
chase after you.
he's strutting in his
Yeah, he's strutting
platform
for sure in his
boots.
boots. Yeah, so which is really cute. And then she's like, "Oh, haha, you loser! I got it closed." Blah blah blah. She's like, "You're never gonna get me now." And he like just opens the door, and she's like, "Oh, I forgot to lock the door." So it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's and really densely packed comedy, like really good at that. I saw this online. I was like, "Oh, this has got to go in one of these. This is great."
Yeah, this was entertaining for sure. And it's just like the whole thing's funny when she's like, "Oh my God, you slayed," like or whatever she says. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, definitely my type of drama.
Yeah.
So, if you want to see Michael Myers in some hot boots, strutting his stuff, chasing a person,
he definitely slayed. Yeah.
He definitely slayed. Yeah. Love that. Okay, next we have Off. So, I don't understand what this is either. But the audio is like a chuckle, and then it kind of sounded like an Irish accented meow.
Yeah, so these are voice clips from the 2008 video game Off, which is kind of weird if you can gather from the art and sound of this video. Yeah, this is the character Zachary making voices. Usually he chuckles, but there's a cat in the game, and in one of the levels, the cat is taking a leave of absence, so he fills the cat's role and makes that meow sound.
That's so funny. I was like, is he saying meow? So I guess I nailed that one. But yeah, definitely interesting.
It's a French game, so maybe that's how French people say meow. I don't know.
Oh, maybe so. I was like, it kind of sounds like an Irish accent. I don't know what it is, but yeah, maybe that's what it is.
I think it's purposely kind of over the top. That's why I'm saying
Yeah, exactly.
But who knows? The French could pronounce things in any number of ways.
That's true. All right. Let's see. Next, we have Unregistered Hypercam 2. So this is instructions, a video tutorial, if you will, on how to download, I guess, an unregistered Hypercam.
Yeah. So, Hypercam 2 was very popular back in the day, particularly the unregistered version, which I guess was like their free version for screen recording. And it was like everywhere on old YouTube, and it had the little watermark in the top left corner, Unregistered Hypercam 2. And this is, I would swear this is a parody.
Yeah.
Because
you would hope.
It literally uses like the music you would use back in those days for the like a tutorial. It's like, I mean, like everybody did like the notepad typing thing with their screen recording back then. But also the fact that it's part 2 and it's only like 44 seconds long.
Yeah.
And it's like a how-to for something that like you don't need a how-to for.
Yeah, like, it was like, and then you click download, like, and they're like typing it out.
Yeah.
And then, and like they go back to the screen and it says like download now. And then it shows them like downloading, and then like the person types, now you've got, like, they keep erasing, like, now you've got Hypercam 2 or whatever, and like they just keep like erasing it and retyping it in a different way.
That's how people
but it's
did.
Definitely, yes, it's hilarious. It's like, it's definitely, I mean, I feel like it's a parody. I hope it's a parody.
I mean, people did genuinely do stuff like this back in the day, though.
Yeah.
So.
I know, it's like you can't tell. Well, and because it seems so, like, kind of antiquated now. I don't know if that's the right word, but, like, obsolete, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
definitely is.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it, like, we're not sure if it's a parody or if it was, like, real instructions, because back in the day that might have been, like, actual real instructions.
Yep.
Really funny.
But next is more old internet.
Ooh.
Even older internet.
Zombocom?
Yes.
So this is, okay, I'll start off by saying this is terrible for someone who is impatient like me. I think this is a parody of like a Flash site loading.
Yeah.
Would you say that's accurate? Okay.
I mean, I don't know, it might not even be a parody. It might just be like a straight up joke.
Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty terrible. So it's like, how would you describe this, I guess?
So there's a little animation, yeah, that I guess does look like a loading screen, but it's like Zombo.com, and there's a little voiceover that's like, this is Zombo.com, and it's like constantly like going on about how great Zombo.com is.
Yeah, and it's like a like kind of pixelated little animation like blob that's
Yeah.
It looked to me like a Flash loading.
Yeah, well, it is made in Flash, or was. I think it's still up, but yeah, this went up in 1999, I believe, and yeah, still exists, and it's been a joke for quite a while.
Apparently, pretty funny.
Yep. Next.
Okay, next we have Sibby.
Yes.
So this is kind of funny. They just keep like making a song about like what the little person says.
Yeah, so if you'll remember from the last time we did one of these, there was another animation from this same series about Fuhuku gods, including a song.
Yes.
And this is a follow-up to that, where someone named Sibby emails the main character in this Strong Bad, asking if Strong Bad will make a song about him.
Yeah, and Strongman's like, I will never, ever, 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 ever make a song about Sibby. And then, like, he's, like, walking around and, like, hears somebody playing on the radio. It's, like, a mix of, like his words. And he's like, you know, it's a song saying, I will never, ever, ever make a song about Sibby. And then he goes, I don't know, he says something. He's like, stop it. I forget what he says. And then, like, immediately, like, a next song starts playing of, like, exactly what he just said.
Yeah.
But it's, like, a remix. It's just kind of funny.
Yep.
He's like getting frustrated, and it's just like really funny.
Yep. But yeah, I put this on here because it was the follow-up to what we did last time.
I remembered that. I was like, oh, look at this. Funny.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Next, Mansion Basement. So I think this is it music from Resident Evil?
Yeah, so it's music from the 1996 game Resident Evil, or maybe the 1997 release of it. I don't quite know the story behind this. I just know this is notorious for being bad.
It's actually not as bad. Like it didn't bother me.
Yeah, but I mean it's just nice. This kind of dissonant, like very flat horns, like like through MIDI horns too, not like real trumpets.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind it.
Okay.
It's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I don't hate this either, but this is like notorious for being one of the like worst video game songs of all time.
Why? Why do people think it was so bad?
Because it's just horns? Like the
I mean, I thought it was fine.
There's like barely any composition to it.
I guess maybe like you're used to something else. I was like, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, again, I said, I don't hate it, but you know.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Amber Alert.
Yeah, the full title is How They Expect You to React When You Get an Amber Alert.
Yeah, so it's like this guy's on the phone, and he's got an Amber Alert, and then he like immediately is like, oh my god, we gotta spring into action kind of thing, you know? And so he runs outside. There's like 5 other guys like run outside, and they're like, you know, jumping in action. They're like looking for the car that's on the Amber Alert. They see it drive by, so they like hop in another car. They're like chasing the car. They like get the car to pull over, and then like a bunch of the guys are like beating up the driver while another guy like grabs the baby out of the back, and it's like a doll, and is like running down the interstate, you know, to save the little kids. So it's just like a little funny thing. I've seen this before, and it is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd seen this before and just remembered it, and was like, that would be a good thing to put on here, because I do put random, like, online comedy sketches.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I hadn't seen it in a while, so I remembered. I was like, oh, this is funny. But it's a cute little thing.
Yep. All right, well, next.
Next is Friday.
Yep.
This is an oldie but a goodie. I'm pretty sure we've done this one before, right?
We've talked about it, because I remember when we talked about it on the podcast, I was like, we've done Rebecca Black's Friday, right?
Oh, okay, so
and
maybe we just
neither
talked
of us
about it.
could remember if we did or not, but I was like, well, if we haven't yet, we have now.
Yeah, we're doing it. So Rebecca Black is singing a song about Friday, and the comments are so funny. I was like having fun reading the comment. It's like such a bad song, and then like some parts they show like it's like a flashing calendar, and it's like so bad. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, so a hot take, I don't think the song's actually bad, it's just cheesy.
Well, it's definitely cheesy, yeah.
But no, this was like a huge thing. It blew up on YouTube, went viral. She actually got like a lot of harassment for it. It was really terrible.
Oh no.
But yeah, throwback. I think this song is good, actually. That's my music hot
It's
take.
honestly, it's not a bad song. Well, let me back up. It's a bad song, but like musically, it's not terrible, I guess you would say. But even the video is funny to me. Like she's like riding and like on top of the back of a like convertible, you know what I mean? Where like you're sitting up on the trunk, I guess you would say. I don't know how do you describe that, but like just the video is funny to me. I think it's all, I mean, I would say it's pretty bad, but it is a catchy little tune. I mean, it's very funny.
I mean, you've simply gotta get down on Friday. Was she wrong?
Yeah, you've gotta get down on Friday, yeah. This reminds me of like, you know how like I'll randomly like go through my day and like sing little pieces of what I'm doing here and there, or like if you say something, I'll like sing it back to you for some reason. That's what it reminds me of. Like you're going about your day, you're like narrating it. In her case, she's going about her week and narrating it.
Yeah.
Very funny. I definitely encourage you to look it up.
Yesterday was Thursday. Today it's Friday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is
Then
Saturday.
Yeah, come on. This is pretty bad.
No, I think it's good actually, and I think people were too mean to Rebecca Black, who was a teenager at the time.
I do think they were mean, but like, yeah. Was it meant to be a serious song?
This was like, there was some weird, like, video making agency that would give, like, suburban kids, like, they would let them, like, star in their own music video. It was never meant to be watched by, like, a bunch of people. But this one just happened to blow up.
I hope she likes it now, though. Like,
I mean, she's still doing music. Like... I don't know.
Oh, she is? Okay. Very interesting. I have to check out some of her other stuff.
I mean, I haven't done that, so... But, my music hot take is that this is not actually bad.
Okay.
And I don't think it would have gotten as popular as it was if it was actually truly bad. It's just cheesy.
It is cheesy. Okay. Which is fine. I mean, there was an era for cheesy music, so...
That's every era.
Mm-hmm. Accurate.
I don't know, I'm normally not a huge fan of cheesy stuff, but no, I've always liked this song.
We'll put it on your soundtrack.
Yeah. Anyways, next,
chickens. So this is like a video game. What video game is this?
So this is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time from 1998.
Okay.
And this is what happens if you, in that game, attack chickens.
Yeah, so the little player is just like killing these chickens, which I think is very rude.
Yes, you're not supposed to.
Oh, I was like, is this like part of, are you supposed to do this as part of the game?
No. But you can.
Well, you shouldn't.
Yeah, and the chicken gets mad and summons a bunch of other chickens to attack you if you do this.
Let that be a lesson to you in life. Don't attack chickens.
Yeah. Yeah, this is funny, yep.
Alright, next we have It Was Tuesday.
Yep.
So this is a scene from, what was it?
Street Fighter, the 1994 movie based on the video game. I've never seen this movie, but I have seen this scene, so.
Oh, I haven't seen either. I do know the video game. We used to play it, but It's basically like this guy who's a general.
M. Bison.
Okay. And he is just like too important to care about what this chick is saying.
Chun-Li.
So...
You don't know Chun-Li?
I mean, I do, but I can't remember names. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's like a villain scene.
Yeah.
Where he like absolutely roasts her because she's like talking about this, like, what does he say? Like, the day that I came into your village.
Yeah.
I don't know. Basically, like, changed her life forever, but to him it was just a Tuesday.
Yep. The day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life, but for me it was Tuesday.
Yeah. So he's basically like pompous.
Yeah.
And totally discounting her, so we don't like him.
Apparently this movie's bad, but this line reigns very good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Which is interesting.
Yep. Next.
Alright, next we have Parappa.
Yep, Parappa the Rapper, which is a 1996 video game about, it's a rhythm game about a dog that raps, and he raps by repeating the thing he was just told. And he has appeared on one of these short YouTube videos before, so.
Yeah, I remember the character. So this is a driving lesson.
Yep. This is a level from the game.
Is it really? Okay. It's pretty awful. The little dog guy, I guess Parappa, is like glitching out.
Yeah, everything he does sounds like that because you have to press the buttons in time, so they have to like if you press a wrong button, it's all like very stuttery, you know?
Yeah, it's really goofy. And then, he's driving and just doing a terrible job, I guess. But he ends up getting his license, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, I think this song's actually good. That piano really goes.
It was pretty funny. And then at the end where they're like, I forget what the other little thing says, but he like stops and is like, yeah, we're stopping now because you just got your license or something like that.
Well, at first, it's like, do you know why we stopped the car? And he's like, I forgot to close the door.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, wait, there's an emergency. You have to stop. And he's like, what? He's like, I forgot to close the door.
Yeah, it's a comedy game.
It's pretty funny.
I actually don't like this game, but I think this level is pretty good. So
I didn't realize this was like a level in a video game.
Yes,
I just thought it was like a weird little animation.
No, there's like little buttons on the thing above, and you're supposed to press them in order.
That makes it even more funny, I think.
Yes, and you can mess it up.
Apparently. They just like go to the right and like the car like skids out. Go to the left and it skids out.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yep. Wow. Next,
threw it on the ground.
Yeah, so Lonely Island classic.
Lonely Island. Yeah. This is funny. So this is like must have aired on an SNL or something, right?
I imagine, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's pretty funny. Like he's just like rapping about like throwing random things on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's really goofy. And it's like people like being normal or like, you know, normal behavior or being nice to him. Like, what was the first thing he threw on the ground? Oh, it was an energy drink sample.
Yeah.
Yes. And he's like, don't give me your poison. He throws it on the ground. And then like a hot dog vendor is like, oh, you come here all the time. Like, here's a free hot dog. And he's like, I'm an adult. Like, like throws it on the ground. I'm not a charity case. And then he's like, with his so-called girlfriend.
Yeah,
he
that
says,
one's really good. What's
yes.
his so-called girlfriend?
And she like hands him the phone, which is like an old BlackBerry. And she like hands him the phone and says, it's your dad. And he takes the phone and he's like, this isn't my dad. This is a cell phone.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Also the part where he throws a birthday kid's cake on the ground.
Yes. Yeah, like this kid tries to hand him a piece of birthday cake and he like throws that on the ground and he throws the whole cake on the ground. So it's basically all about like how he's being wronged because people keep handing him stuff and he just throws it on the ground.
Yeah. But yeah,
yeah.
Classic, very funny. Figured I'd put it on here.
I love the production on these, like, the Lonely Island videos because, you know, like, part of it, like, cuts to where he's, like, in his studio with, like, a microphone hanging from the ceiling and he's, like, singing into it, you know? Like, it's just, like, they make it to where it looks like a real, well, not really real, but, you know, like a music video, and I think the production value is great on these.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Next we have Carpet. So this is a remix of I'm in the House Like Carpet.
Yes.
But it's got like nice little peppy electronic music behind it.
Yep. And there's little like there's a little animation where every time like a word pops up there's a little arrow and the word pointing to it.
Yeah. It's funny.
But check it out. I'm in the house like carpet.
It's pretty funny.
Yep.
All right. So next we have Pepper Steak.
Yes. So this is also from Off, the 2008 video game that was mentioned earlier with the little weird French meowing man. But this is a song from it.
It's not a bad jam. It's not bad, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big band number that's like glitchy.
Yeah.
Really great when the drums come in.
I like how like pepper is misspelled though.
I don't think that I think that's just this YouTube video. I don't know that that's the actual title of the song, but it could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Other YouTube videos spell pepper correctly, so
yeah, it's an interesting little jam.
Yeah, but this is the battle theme for that game, so you hear it a ton. And it's great.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. Next we have The Good Kush.
It's the dollar store.
So this is like a little video of like this girl showing her dad at the dollar store like some little package, and she's like, "Look, Dad, it's the Good Kush," and he just goes, "This is the dollar store. How good can it be?"
Yeah, it's some like green dog treat. I don't know like what on earth that could possibly be, but yeah, this is a Vine classic.
Yeah, I do have like a vague recollection of this.
Yeah, and the dad just like deadpan like it's the dollar store.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the famous Vines.
Definitely
At least
famous.
to me.
Yes.
R.I.P. Vine.
I know. We didn't know what we had.
Yep. But
anyway, next, Get In, Loser. So this is a scene from Mean Girls, and it's a line that I regularly quote, so I appreciated it. And it's just like Regina George pulling up in the car and telling Lindsay Lohan, which I forget her name. What's her name?
I was gonna say, like, you said the character's name for one and then the actress's name.
Yeah, wait, what's Lindsay Lohan's name in this?
I don't remember, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, Rachel McAdams drives up in the car and tells Lindsay Lohan, "Get in, loser, we're going shopping." So I think I mentioned this once on our podcast, I'm not positive, but like, so I was, this always reminds me, like, I think it was it last? I don't remember. I brought my niece shopping and she's like, I don't know, 10, and I like pulled up and I was like picking her up and I said, "Get in, loser, we're going shopping." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a line." Like, I was being funny. Like, I don't really think you're a loser. Anyway, uncultured, these kids.
Yep.
But love that line. It's a great little clip.
I mean, to be fair, I hadn't seen that movie till this year, so.
Well, you're missing out, so.
On the podcast, you know, we covered it. I like to sometimes put in throwbacks to things we covered on here.
I like the references. Very nice.
Yep.
All right. Next we have Where's My Burrito? So this is Homer Simpson, and he's like at like looks like a, you know, food truck, and he's like, "Where's my burrito?" So he's like singing like, "Where's my burrito?" So it's pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a scene in The Simpsons where Homer does what you said and slams on the food truck till it falls on him. And this is a song from the 1995 game Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island that became a meme because of the like little high-pitched squeal part where people would like play the intro part and then a character would like get hit in a slapstick way. The high-pitched squeal would play as if it was them screaming.
Terrible.
Anyways, for whatever reason I think about this sometimes, like just the Homer singing "Where's My Burrito?"
That is a little bizarre.
What, you don't ever, like, quote random videos?
Yeah, have these,
head?
like, random stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, where's my burrito?
Yeah, it just pops in your head. Just like, get in, loser, we're going shopping.
Yep.
So, I get it. I'll probably think of this every time I eat a burrito, which, honestly, I've had, like, 2 burritos in the past, like, 3 weeks, so it comes up more than you think.
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
All right. Next, Guzma battle theme.
I think it's pronounced Guzma, but you never know with Pokemon.
Oh, Guzma, okay. It's a weird little theme song type of thing. It's not terrible, but it's kind of chaotic in my opinion.
Yeah, it is, but I think it's really good. So, this was one of the good video game music on here. To be fair, there's only like 2 bad ones, but...
Well, yeah. Not terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the planing on the chords there. And it's like a voice in the background that keeps going like, oh, cool cat.
Yeah, I was like, what are they saying? Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I think this song is very good.
Well then, I think it's just a little too chaotic for me, but I guess it's a battle theme, so that's probably why. Okay. All right, next we have Interior Crocodile Alligator.
Yes.
So this is basically like Godzilla, like rapping nonsensical stuff.
So, so this original song is a freestyle from a rapper named Chip the Rapper. Came out in 2007 and then became like really mimetic. This is like the last line of it. Interior Crocodile Alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Yeah. So, have we done this video before, or was there...
Oh, we might have done this song before. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's very funny.
It was funny.
I mean, I've shown it to you, even if we never done it on the podcast.
Maybe that's what it was, because I was like, why is this Godzilla? But okay.
I think I checked to make sure we hadn't done this before, but we might have done this before. But yeah, I just picked like a video of Godzilla dancing on it.
I just had a vague memory of it. That's why I was like, have we covered this? But it might have just been you showing it to me. Yeah. Yeah,
but I think this, like everybody else who got hooked on this meme, I like the clip of Interior Crocodile Alligator.
Driving a Chevrolet movie theater.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the rhyme there.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. So, okay, next we have Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes.
This is kind of violent for a hedgehog. I guess it's violent in general, regardless if it's a hedgehog.
Yeah, but this is the opening to the 2005 game Shadow the Hedgehog, and it is the coolest thing from 2005.
Is that true? Okay.
Well, that was the intention. But it's, Shadow the Hedgehog, the titular character with a gun, fighting various things, all while nu metal plays in the background.
Yeah, I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are we fighting? Kind of funny.
Yeah, no, I like this. It also is very funny.
Yeah, it's not. It is, I guess it's funny, but I was just like, ugh, so violent. All right. Next, we have Wall Mall.
Yes.
So, this is like, basically, somebody's filming like at a shopping mall, and this guy just like runs and like launches his shoulder like into the wall and makes like a big hole in the wall and then like runs off, like runs away.
He jogs away. And the thing that's super funny about this to me is he doesn't go straight back. He turns to the left and then like goes off camera and then shows up back on camera.
and then runs away, like, out of the door. Like, when it's, yeah, he definitely takes, like, the circuitous route out. But, like, why would you do that? Like, you just, like, was this, like, during the era when, like, people were filming themselves doing, like, really stupid things? Like,
I mean, I don't think that era
we're
stopped.
still in that era.
But this is
yeah,
from
say.
2005, so it's very early in, like, YouTube, so it's like, let's film ourselves doing something stupid on YouTube.
Like, vandalism. Like, I want to know, like, were they caught and had to pay a fine? Like, what?
So, according to the comments, the uploader said, yeah, my friend ran into the wall thinking he would just, like, hit it and bounce off and it would be funny. But it turns out it was, like, not a real wall. So he hit through it and they got banned from the mall for a year.
For a year. Oh my gosh. I was like, why would you do that? But I could definitely see, like, you know, guys doing something stupid, not thinking it through. But, you know, but even if you're just, like, gonna slam into the wall, like, you would hurt yourself. Like, why would you do that? But people do stupid things.
Okay, he's not going, like, full force at the wall. It wouldn't have hurt that bad.
I mean, I'm not trying to ram my shoulder into a wall, but, you know, it's just me.
Like, he's going at a fairly slow pace.
It was so stupid. I was like, oh my gosh. But I guess entertaining to watch, because, like, the person filming it was like, what? Like, you know, just kind of laughing, like, oh my gosh, kind of thing.
Well, they didn't expect him to go through the wall.
Well, I'm glad they didn't do it on purpose, at least, because I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, this video is hilarious to me, and, so there's some context to this. So I found this on Twitter, because someone was, like, talking about mall videos, and like looking on YouTube to be like, look at these old malls. YouTube's like goes back to like 2005, so you can find all these videos of malls from back then. And someone found this video, and I was like, wow, this is great. But also, it made me realize you can search before like a certain date on YouTube.
Oh.
So these last 4 videos are me doing that with just like random words trying to find stuff from like before 2010.
You. That's so funny because like Travis and I were just talking about malls like yesterday, and because I think we like passed by like the old mall around here, like, you know, it's obviously like abandoned, there's only like a couple stores, and we're like, oh, it's so weird because like we like grew up in malls, you know. So it was just like funny that this was an old mall video.
Yep. Yeah, but that's why people were nostalgic about old malls, which you can be too if you go on YouTube and type in something like wall before 2007 or something like that.
It's so random. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's before colon.
Okay.
But yeah, you can find a bunch of old mall videos.
Yes. How funny.
But yeah, so that's context for these next 4 videos too.
Okay.
That, these are deliberately like me just searching random words and phrases before a certain year.
How funny. Okay. So the next one is how to use Google Images. So again, this is like a tutorial on how to use Google Images, which is really funny because it's so self-explanatory.
Right,
like,
yeah.
I just don't even know why you need, but I could see like, you know,
2007, it was a different time.
Yeah. People needed to learn. But yeah, 17 years ago, and he says the funniest part is when he's like, yeah, you can save picture, you know, whatever. And he's like, you can type in dinosaurs. So like he pulls up pictures of dinosaurs, and then he like clicks on one. So you like, you know, you press enlarge to full whatever. And then he's like, you can save this picture. And he's like, if you just want to put a picture up on your desk of a dinosaur that you may like. And you're like, what? Like, so random. But it's like, I think like this guy's being like genuine, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's just funny because like you don't need a tutorial for this.
No, and you definitely like, who's gonna put up a picture of a dinosaur on their desk?
People?
Like, just like
I don't think that's that weird. I think like there are tons of people. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of dinosaurs personally, but
I just thought it was cute. Like, I thought it was like a really like, because he's being like really genuine, and I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not going to print out a random picture of a dinosaur, but okay. But yeah, you're right. There are people who will do that. So
yes.
It was cute. Anyways, okay. So next we have TF2.
Yep, TF2, tricking a medic. which is a short gameplay clip from the 2007 game Team Fortress 2.
Oh, I was like, what is TF2? Okay. Yeah, I thought this was terrible.
Why?
Because it's so violent.
I mean, it's cartoon violence, but also, like, this is, like, a lot of video games are like this.
I don't like violence. I know, that's why I'm just like, oh, gross. Yeah. No, I don't like this.
So the two characters that are relevant here are the spy and the medic. The medic can heal people, the spy will disguise himself as the enemy team, and he's getting the medic of the enemy team to heal him, and then he puts something on the wall that says, "Look behind you, dumbass," and then stabs the medic in the back. Well, he misses first, and then stabs the medic in the back.
It's terrible. Why are you stabbing the medic? The medic's just trying to help.
Are you trying to win?
I'm just, not cut out for violent video games.
Again, like, on the scale of violence, this is very tame.
No, it's not. He's like literally stabbing a medic in the back. That is not tame.
Yeah, it's the cartoon characters. It's all kind of like slapsticky about it.
No, I don't like it.
Video games get much, much, much worse.
And that is the problem. Violence is not the answer.
Look, there's one game I played where, like, the optimal strategy, like, when you were talking to a shopkeeper, was to just, like, punch them. Because that,
How
for some
rude.
reason, there was a bug that would make them reload their prices if you did that.
It's so bizarre. Like, how goofy.
Yep.
Okay, well, as long as it's entertaining.
But anyways, next.
Yes. Okay, so next is Woot.
Yep.
So these are like Legos, like
Yes.
Lego people, and it's like they're roommates or something, and they're like fighting, they're like arguing with each other, and like the one Lego guy is like, if you show me one more, I forget what it is, like on the computer, he's like, I'm gonna hit you with a baseball bat, and the guy's like, oh really? And he's like, yeah, really, I'm gonna hit you. And then the little Lego man that wanted to show him something just starts like singing "It's Peanut Butter Jelly Time" and like dancing.
Yep,
and the other
gets hit with
guy,
a baseball bat.
Yeah, it gets hit with a baseball bat.
Like
so.
promised. But
Yes.
this is one of the old things I found. That's like the most like old YouTube thing possible. It's like Lego stop motion. It's about like viral YouTube videos. And it's just this like comedy sketch that ends in like slapstick violence. It's just like extremely old YouTube.
How old is it?
It's from 2007, and I will say quite impressive as stop motion.
It was. I was like, wow, somebody really took the time to do that.
Yeah, and yeah, that's quite well done. But the sketch itself is, I think, not great. But
No,
it is
it's like so
time
random.
capsule,
Yeah.
very of its era.
All right. Next, we have this garbage.
Yes, that is what I titled it. The actual title of the video is "How to Kill a Brand."
Yes.
Which is a parody of the phrase "How to Save a Life" about the PlayStation 3, and it is awful but hilarious because it's bad.
Yes, it's an awful song, and it's like sung to the tune of "How to Save a Life," which I didn't catch that "How to Kill a Brand" was like a riff off of that title. But yeah, it's about how awful the Sony PlayStation 3 was.
Yeah, which is just
Kinda
ridiculous. Like I knew about this thing, not from the time, but people like, hey, remember this? And when I was searching random terms, this popped up, and I was like, oh god, this garbage! I gotta put this on here.
Exactly. It's pretty funny. So yeah, very entertaining.
Yep. But yeah, that's the list. That's all the YouTube videos.
Yeah, so once again, very entertaining, very interesting references, and, I learned a little bit about video games, so all good.
The PS3 failed.
Yeah, apparently it's terrible. Yeah, I had no idea.
I mean, that is like
now I know.
the culture. I mean, we've talked about it before. We literally had an episode about the PS3 has no games meme, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, pretty entertaining there. So, unless there's anything else, I will take us out.
Yeah, that's the list. Random YouTube videos. Yet again, for the 8th time.
Well, thanks for compiling. And this has been Beach View. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.